recently, and despite the flaws that the game has, I actually really enjoyed it. I'm going to talk about the almost stroke of genius that Mafia II had in its player choice. Spoilers! And now, don't let me misguide you. There is no player choice. This game almost does it in a way that is amazing and does so much commentary on the time period and why people go into crime and everything. It's almost perfect. In the beginning, you meet your mom, and shit, like, you get to know your mom and your sister, and your mom and your sister, of course, are like, oh my god, don't do that things, don't fucking go into a life of crime, no, that's awful. Like, they make those insinuations. They don't flat out say, don't join the Mafia, like, Mafia II. But you also have this asshole friend of yours that his name's Joe, and he's into bad shit. He's like, don't hang out with Joe, and of course you fucking hang out with Joe, or else it wouldn't be a game, this would be The Sims. So anyways, your mom tells you, like, oh, I know somebody at the dock, that he can totally help you, he can give you a job and be nice. Being a nice little job where you have security and also and then you're all like, no, fuck that shit. Mafia 2, at this point, manages to make it really clear which one you'd rather do. You go and do a job that gives you a lot of fucking money. Like, it was a bad thing that you do, and you go and you do it, and you get a lot of money. And you're like, oh shit, a lot of money. And then you go to the dock the next day, because your mom's like, hey, you gone to the dock yet? And you're all like, yeah, sure, I'll do it tomorrow, whatever. You go to the dock, and the guy's like, okay, you're gonna pack these boxes, these crates, and you're gonna put them inside of a truck. Now, gameplay-wise, you just freaking did something awesome for a bunch of money. You were a mafioso, you were like a little thug, and it was awesome, because you were pretending to be a thug. Here, this guy is telling you to lift these crates and walk over slowly to the truck. It's a good like 20 boxes they have to do this, and it would take a long time, clearly. And it's so well timed, the game does it, that you had just finished doing this mission that gave you a lot of money, and you need money in this game. And you don't know how to get it, because you just got back from the war. Minus spoilers. It's at the beginning of the game. It's a fucking old game, right? But in any case, you just finished making all the money, and then they're asking you to do this shit for $10. 10 measly dollars. Turns out the guy that gave you the job for the packing, before he leaves, he looks at you and he's all like, yo, don't fuck up. Because if you do, you drop a crate, or if you don't finish the time, you're not gonna get paid. Remember that, it's actually important. Okay, that is amazing. That is so well timed, because you're like, no, fuck this shit. Like, even I was like, no, fuck this shit. And I'm just like, oh yes, money, I will go to the doctor here. But, whereas the game does the timing so perfectly, it doesn't do the player choice so perfectly. I finished doing the mission, I got a shitload of money, and then I went to do the packing of the crates thing. Like, I wanted to play the character in the way that he wouldn't be the type that disappointed his mother. But the game didn't let me do that. Like, I thought that I was gonna be, while I was carrying the crates, I was like, oh my god, this is so slow. Holy crap, I just want to stop doing this, I want to drop this. Oh, I forgot to mention this. When you're packing the crates, it's actually not like, just do it, and you get $10. No, it's like, you have to do it, whatever, they're like, yeah, this is your job. And then at the top left of the screen, it says in text, the door's open, you can leave when you've had enough. So anyways, I'm packing these crates, and I see the message where it's like, oh, leave when you had enough. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. Because I was like, okay, no, I want to actually, this is a boring-ass task with no outcome. Like, I'm gonna get $10, and that doesn't even pay, that pays for like a hot dog in the game. And then, like, I wanted to actually not disappoint the mother in the game, because I wanted my character to reflect that. I wanted my character to be that type of person. I thought it'd be more interesting. So I went along with packing the crates myself. And I was thinking the entire time, this would be so amazing. Like, it is such a good commentary on, like, oh, that's why people go into crime, because they get such a huge payout, and then they gotta work their ass off here. Like, no wonder all these people are in the Mafia in the game. Like, you know, and it makes you think about real life and all that. Here I wanted to do the good thing, but I kind of don't want to, because I want, you know, to not fucking waste the entire day packing the shit for $10. And the game didn't let me. The game didn't let me. Like, I was packing the boxes, and then I got to like 7 or something, and like, that's it. It cut, and the main character's like, oh, fuck this shit. I'm not gonna do it. He's all like, yeah, no, I don't need this. I got a way better job. Yeah. And he like walks out and throws a finger at shit. And kicks doors open. I'm just making shit up. He rides off in a unicorn. No, but the game didn't let me. He cut it off. And I thought, fuck, man. Here you are doing something awesome. You're making me think about commentary. You're making me think about what you're trying to say with this. And it still, it got through, but it could have gotten even more through. And here's what I would have done. You do the same thing with the whole packing the crates, and then you let the person finish if they want to. If they want to, they could just keep packing each crate. But when they get to the final one, breaks that shit. Like it like trips or something. Like it totally out of the character's hand, player's hands. The character falls and breaks the box. And then the boss comes in, he's all like, oh, you ain't getting paid, fuck you, I told you. And then you're all like, no, day wasted. And that'd be amazing if you just let the character keep going with that. And like, you could take over the story at that moment, but let me choose to continue. If you're saying at the top left, you're saying it, you're saying at the top left, you're like, oh yeah, no, yeah, you could leave when you have enough. I didn't have enough. Okay, I want to keep going, because I want to be all like, hey mommy, I did it, but I broke the box and I fucked up. And that would have been really, really great. And this is actually something the game screws up in more than once. Spoilers! You find out that your mom and your sister need $2,000. When you get the money, on the top left it's like, give the money to your sister. I wish it would be like, give the money to your sister or walk away. Or even better, not say it at all. Because while I was getting the money and I actively remembered this is for the sister of the characters, this is for the mother, I didn't want to, you know, stray from that. Like I didn't even buy anything until I gave the money to the sister, because I thought that that would deduct from the money. I think I've been conditioned by Bioware games and player choice and being so openly exposed to player choice like that, that I thought that would happen here. And that's kind of like what I hope games get to, where like everything's player choice. I fucking love it. The $2,000 came in. Actually, I didn't even need to not spend, by the way. Like, there's a mission that gave you $2,000, and I was like, oh, okay, fuck. I could have bought a suit. I could have looked nice. You have no choice in giving the money. And I wish that you were given the choice of giving her the money or walking away and being a complete asshole. Because, that would have been much more interesting, I think. And, I don't know, I had the idea that you weren't going to be reminded. It would have been good if you weren't reminded. It seems like it was set up for having more player choice.